What do you make of LeBron's off season? I will say that I think when the dust settles and we get to training camp, Bron will be there and he'll be setting the tone like he always does. But what do you make of all the kind of outside noise in regards to Bron?
Yeah, I mean, he picked up his player option. He is now an expiring contract, truly, for both parties since the first time that we've ever seen this. He's an expiring contract for the Lakers. He also has the ability to go somewhere else next summer. This could be it. This could be the last ride for LeBron James. And this could be he retires at the end of the year. This could be he leaves the Lakers at the end of the year. Who knows? Maybe he has a great season and he winds up staying with the Lakers and playing for another 3 years. Like we don't know what the future holds for LeBron. I don't think LeBron knows for sure
Sure.
exactly what that's going to look like. He's got to get into the season, see how everything goes, and then we'll see what kind of success this team has or doesn't have, and that's going to be a big factor here. But this is the first time that we've really seen optionality on both sides, and this is the first time I think ever in LeBron's basketball life where he's not the most important player on his team. And now we can argue like, hey, is LeBron better than Luka? Is Luka better than LeBron? It doesn't really matter. The most important thing for the Lakers right now is a 26-year-old Luka and building around him. Saying LeBron is not the most important player on the team is not a shot at LeBron. It's more of a tip of the cap to Luka and how massive acquiring him was for this team. But so now LeBron is entering uncharted territory. He's never been in this situation before. And so I understand why there would be a little bit of awkwardness there, maybe a little bit of discomfort with being in this situation. I also think LeBron totally gets it and understands exactly why the Lakers did what they did. But I do think that, as you said, when it comes time for training camp, he'll be locked in. All systems will be go, and they're going to be doing everything they can to win right now. I think Luka wants to win right now. LeBron wants to win right now. The Lakers organizationally want to win right now, and we're going to see if they can accomplish that. So it's a bumpy road, maybe to be expected, but I still think when push comes to shove, LeBron's going to be a Laker. And honestly, Alan, I hope that whenever he plays his final game, it's in a Lakers jersey.
I agree with you on that one. Yeah, I've said this. I think we had the conversation about a week ago or so. In a perfect world, LeBron ends his career as a Laker, and whenever that is, I mean, listen, if I said in an ideal situation, um, Lakers are adding another star to this team, and LeBron is kind of like, all right, cool. I'll be the third star on this team. All I want to do is compete for NBA championships, and obviously that can't happen this year. And he takes a significant pay cut just to be a part of a winning team and still live in LA where his family is and get an opportunity to add to his resume in whatever form that is. That would be the most ideal situation. I mean, I'm not sure, and maybe today Bron can't see that, but maybe as he continues, it's like, all right, 23rd season, 24th season. Does there come a point where he's like, this is what makes most sense if I want to accomplish what I want to accomplish? If he also wants to see, just hypothetically, you can almost look like a hero with the Lakers as well. It's like, can he be in his 9th year with the Lakers, his 10th year with the Lakers? And is he during that time saying, all I want to do is win? And if I got two other stars that I get a chance to play with, then I will take whatever it is in order to go try to make that happen. He kind of adds to his legacy as well. Again, that's me talking about in a perfect world, but life isn't perfect. So I'm not sure if that, what will ever come about.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're LeBron right now, you've got two ways to look at this. Like from the Lakers' perspective, yeah, it'd be great if, hey, next summer the Lakers, they take the cap flexibility they've got. Let's say they know they can sign LeBron for, I don't know, let's say they're going to be a cap space team. You take advantage of Austin Reeves being a relatively low cap hold of like 20 million and maybe 25, depends on where that number falls and the averages fall. But let's say it winds up working in the Lakers' favor and he's a cap hold of 20 million. LeBron, let's say you do relinquish his cap hold of like 50-ish million, maybe it's 55. You relinquish that. You go use your cap space. You bring in whoever. Maybe it's via trade. You use your 3 draft picks that you could have potentially available to trade next summer, and you bring somebody else in. You bring in another guy. You bring Austin back using his bird rights and taking advantage of his low cap hold, and then you use the room exception to bring back LeBron, and that would be like $8.5 million, something like that. That's the dream scenario, obviously, for the Lakers. For LeBron, though, you're looking at it going, what? I was 6th in the MVP vote last year. I was second team All NBA. Shouldn't that be an easy max contract? And I do think that yeah, it should, and that he's worth max money still. There are people who will argue that he's not, but I do think he's
can I
worth
just
that.
say, Trev, I think the worth thing, we're never going to be able to. I can never sit here and make an argument with you from a value standpoint. Obviously, what he brings to the table, he's worth max, period. And if you want to take the basketball part of it out of it, he's worth max. So there's no justification there. I think just the question is there a way for LeBron to accomplish both of his goals? I don't think there is. I don't think there's a way to make max money and have a realistic shot of winning an NBA championship. I mean, I guess, frankly, I could be wrong on that, because if the Lakers get to the NBA trade deadline and make a couple of moves and he's making his 52.3 and they brought in the right pieces, then maybe that all, maybe I'm wrong on that entire model there. And I think the Lakers are trying to put themselves in that position. But when you get out of this year, it's going to be really difficult for the Lakers and LeBron to kind of accomplish. If you just put a checklist out, what is it that the Lakers want to accomplish? What is it LeBron wants to accomplish? There's going to be some things that just don't align or don't connect. But, obviously we got some time to figure out what that's going to look like.
Yeah, absolutely. That's, I think part of the reason why we've had some friction here, where for a long time, I think what's been best for the Lakers and best for LeBron have largely been one and the same. Now, people will get upset and say, oh, no, but the Lakers need to do this, this, and this to support LeBron, or LeBron needed to take a pay cut and all that. Look, in general, good things for the Lakers have meant good things for LeBron and vice versa. And that may not be the case moving into the future as the team is, positioning itself around Luka. And so that, I think that dynamic shifting can create a little bit of friction for sure. But again, we don't know what the future is going to hold with this situation. What we do know is that now both sides have optionality here. The Lakers don't have to offer LeBron a contract next summer. LeBron doesn't have to accept the contract if the Lakers do offer it. LeBron can look for a contract somewhere else if he wants. Both sides can take stock of things, figure out where things are at next summer, and then go from there. But like I said, I do think that we're going to see a very locked in LeBron James, and that's really exciting. I mean, he's a phenomenal, absolutely incredible player. And I think, honestly, Alan, I think he does not get enough credit for what he did last year when Luka arrived to shifting his defensive role. He essentially took over Anthony Davis's role in terms of his responsibilities on the defensive end of the floor. And I don't think he gets enough credit for doing everything that he could to try to make the transition to Luka as smooth as possible. So there's a lot of people on either side of the LeBron thing, pro, con, all of that. He can be very polarizing, but he's an incredible player. We've been blessed to have him as a Los Angeles Laker. And right now the future's unwritten with him in LA.
By the way, I'm with you. I don't think he deserves enough credit. I don't think he gets enough credit. I'm with you on that. And we could sit here for an hour and talk about it, but I don't disagree with you at all. I think you just have the problem with LeBron is everyone's just they have such a polarizing opinion.
Yeah.
He either can't do anything wrong or everything he does is wrong. So I think that's just, most people can't find a middle ground in that and just accept the positives, the negatives, whatever the case is. But when he did come to the Lakers, I couldn't agree more. There was did he do anything on the floor that would tell you that he's trying to check Luka of whose team it is? Did he do anything on the floor that would make you think that it was more about himself than winning? Like, I think if there's one thing that you can argue whatever you want about LeBron, but when they get on the floor and when they get on the court, LeBron has one goal: I'm trying to win. However the hell I do that, I'm trying to win. And I don't think that's actually talked about enough. So I think that's a good point right there. It's a good topic for another day. Thank you very much for watching the clip. Just want to give a shout out here to one of our partners, the Wallace Firm. They are official injury attorney of the Sliwa Show and Hoops Talk, the entire channel. If you are ever in a need, and I hope you're not, but some type of serious injury with yourself or a family member of yours, I would like to personally help you by introducing you to the best in the business, Brad Wallace and the Wallace Firm. Also got a URL out here that you can use as well. Just go to wallacewins.com/Sliwa. Thank you for their partnership, and thank you for being a part of the Sliwa Show.